Hi, family, and welcome back to our trip. Hi, family, and welcome back to our Thinking Things Tuesday. So, for today, like any other Tuesday, we are ready. We are looking at our current affairs, what's happening, what's making news, and so on. So last week we had fun, we spoke a bit of Afrikaans and so on, but this week we are back onto what's happening. There's a lot which is happening in South African news lately from last week, actually until this week. So we know about the MK veterans which have been arrested, 56 or 53 of them, and also the elections campaign, local government elections campaign all over the place. And there's been a lot happening. And also, yes, the Baba's prayer event did happen also. Oh, I can't wait. Let me just. This is how we look today. I know it kind of look ghosty here, but I think my light is bad this time around. But yeah, let me just try to sit up. Sorry. So better. So yeah, that's the things which have been happening, the prayer meetings and so on. So family, without wasting any time, like any other Tuesday, we'll look into our current affairs, what's making news in South Africa and around the world. So, for today, I'm not sure. I don't have my book with. I forgot my notebook. It's somewhere there. So for today, we're going to. Last week we couldn't go further than to hear what has been going on with the Rosemary story. So without wasting any time, Rose, let's check the story and see how they are doing with the lady. So Rosemary Ndlovu is that lady which called heist on family members for insurance claims. And that's the case which most of the news have been doing. I know it's a bit late on my side, but hey, I've been missing in action. But then there is some news like 4 days ago, I've got in front of me news about Rosemary. It says 4 days ago, SowetonLive, it says court hears closing arguments in case of serial killer cop Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu. So let's go there. I know that story has shocked a lot of people because people were like, yes, we knew that those kind of stuff happen whereby people put people on insurance just to take them out for payouts. We knew those things happen, and that's why you'll find out sometimes you don't get comfortable when you are insured because it's like you've got a walking ticking bomb on you. So in front of me, I've got the SowetonLive, and it says court. Let's see here. Court hears closing arguments in case of serial killer cop Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu. This is by Tankiso Maketa, and it was written on the 14th of October 2021 at 15:16. There was the time, and the journalist Tankiso Maketa. And this is SowetonLive. There's no way to press like or anything, so okay. It says here, former cop Ndlovu now on Tuesday she will be going to jail following a raft of murder charges. Okay. Alleged killer cop Nomia Rosemary Ndlovu will hear her fate in the multiply murder case against her next week after the state and defense made final arguments on Thursday. Judge Ramarumo Munama will hand down judgment on 6 charges of murder, conspiracy to commit murder, fraud, and defeating the ends of justice, among others, in the South Gauteng High Court sitting in Palm Ridge Magistrate Court on October 22. The former cop is accused of going on a killing spree that culminated in the murders of her sister Audrey Ndlovu, her cousin Witness Madala Homi, her niece Zanele Mota, her nephews Mayeni Mashaba and Brilliant Mashego, who was Audrey's son. She is also accused of murdering her live-in lover, Maurice Mabasa. The murders occurred between 2012 and 2018, and the state has presented evidence saying she cashed in life policies after their deaths. Glove is also accused of ordering hits on her mother, Maria Mushwana, her sister Joyce Ndlovu, and Joyce's 5 children. Prosecutor Advocate Rihanna Vallam said in closing arguments that the state proves its case beyond reasonable doubt and that the court should find Ndlovu guilty. Williams said the only inference that can reasonably be drawn from the facts presented before court is that Ndlovu was behind the offense she is charged with. The state presented documentary evidence of the policies, expert evidence, cell phone linkage, a video recording made on the way to Bushbuck Ridge, which contained a confession, but also circumstantial evidence, she said. Williams argued that the video recorded by an undercover police officer illustrated how Ndlovu's plans to have her relatives murdered were hushed while the dates were made to seem unnatural. With regards to ordering Ndlovu, she was not well off and lived in a one-room, but she had multiple policies with different companies, and the accused Ndlovu was listed as the only beneficiary, said Williams. Audrey had a child, Brilliant Mashego, and it is highly improbable that she would not list him as a beneficiary on any of her numerous insurance life policies and instead list the accused. Williams further argued that Ndlovu initially pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder and that she admitted to killing her sister, but as the trial progressed, her story changed. Her defense was developing as the trial progressed. The accused attempted to deviate from her version but was unable to deviate from it. She was evasive, she was argumentative, said Williams. Williams said the court should take with a pinch of salt Ndlovu's testimony, in which she said she had numerous life policies because she wanted to take care of her family. Her mother and sister testified and they are struggling. This cannot be the case, she said. Due to all the similar facts and 52 witnesses brought by the state were reliable and their versions corroborated and the evidence of the state is credible, said Williams. Munama asked Williams what he should make of Mushwana's evidence, to which Williams responded, "Mothers want to believe in the goodness of their children. The only interference here is that the accused is the perpetrator and should be found guilty." Ndlovu's lawyer Vincent Soko said Ndlovu took out policies for her family members out of the goodness of her heart. She accused, and some of the deceased were family members. There was a good relationship between the accused and the deceased, Mashaba. Monama interjected and said good faith could not be used as a defense. The state keeps on bringing up the propensity and the links. The accused is the person who was in conjunction with other people who are unknown in allegedly committing the murder. Monama highlighted the patterns which the state identified, pointing to Ndlovu's alleged involvement in the murder charge she faces. Madala's death was consistent with the policy. Mabasa's death consistent with the policy. Brilliant's death was consistent with the policy. There was a pattern and it cannot be overlooked, said Monama. Soko further asked the court to dismiss the testimonies given by the state witnesses, arguing that they were riddled with holes. Williams responded, "The court cannot overlook the insurmountable evidence against the accused and must be found guilty of all the charges." So that's what is going on in Rosemary's court case. Rosemary cross-examination of Nomi Cruz Globus continues. So yeah, so on the 14th of October there were closing arguments in the case of Nomia Rosemary Globus. So I'm not sure what has been happening lately. So moving over now, we know that this one is just plain and simple. The lady did what most people do, but this one just went overboard, because sometimes you do suspect that, but this one, it kind of feels like somebody was making money out of this, but if you can't prove it, then it didn't happen. And then the next story, let's hear about Baba's prayer, how it went. Public protected votes on Mabuya, unfair, unjust. Okay, this one I want as well, because during now the local elections, there's a lot of stories, and especially involving the politicians and the mismanagement of funds and so on. So this one, I know there's something brewing in the Eastern Cape about even the Prime Minister of the Eastern Cape, Premier of the Eastern Cape, is involved in Winnie Madikizela Mandela's monies which have been, okay, let me just read it before I tell you something else. It says here, let's see, public protectors report on Mabuyane unfair, unjust and prejudicial, facts ignored and evidence not considered on 450,000 loan. This is by Mvusiwe Kaya Sichwecha, and it was written on the 18th of October 2021, which I guess is today. And we are back again with the SowetonLive, so we seem to be stuck on this page for now. The public protector's reports of allegations of corruption, maladministration, or misuse of public funds by senior officials from the Mbizana local municipality, now Winnie Madikizela Mandela municipality, and Eastern Cape provincial government ignored critical material evidence that, if examined fairly, can prove there was no wrongdoing by Premier Oscar Mabuyane, as she claimed. It is worrying that the report and its findings are heavily aligned with Lonwabo Bam's allegations against Babalo Madikizela and Mabuyane, without an attempt by the public protector to scrutinize these allegations. So that's one. Okay, this person is just answering whatever is happening there. I know Mabuyane and this is just somebody's opinion here. Let's go to the news. I am so tired of hearing about COVID. Oh, close. So, let's see. Oh, I also want to do the Eastern Cape. I know that Health Military gets bail after alleged minister. Okay. I also want to go to the Eastern Cape. I know in Gqeberha, there was something whereby they were burning taxis last week and so on. So let me see. In front of me, seeing that we are on the news, we've got appoints Rukos as new councillor. Okay. Dalimpofu helps military vets get bail after alleged ministers. Okay, let's see. I think this one will be cool. It's part of the news which you wanted to do. If I can get all the news in one space, why not? So SowetonLive again. And this one, oh, today it's the 19th. I thought today it's the 18th. So it says here, Dalimpofu helps military vets get bail after alleged minister's hostage drama. And this was 19 October 2021, and it was written 1429. It was written by who? Report Shonisani Chikalange. I hope I'm saying it right. Okay. 40 former military veterans have been granted bail of 500 each at the Pretoria Magistrate Court, sitting in the Kgosi Mapuri Correctional Facility, pending trial in the case of cabinet ministers allegedly held hostage when negotiations for reparations turned sour. Early on Tuesday, 13 of the accused. Early on Tuesday, 13 of the accused were released on bail of 500 after the state had suggested an amount of 2,000 for bail. The court ruled for the lesser amount after Advocate Dalimpofu, representing some of the accused, argued that 2,000 was too high as most of the accused were unemployed. The state did not oppose bail for the 13 as they have no previous convictions, no pending cases. The court ruled for the lesser amount after, the state did not oppose, A further 27 accused were granted bail of 500 each during the course of the day, with the magistrate ruling there was no need to differentiate between the two groups. The state at stages suggested an amount of 3,000 as their addresses had not been confirmed. Okay. The Sunday Times reported that the demands from the disgruntled military veterans, including from the ANC's former military wing Umkhonto weSizwe, included the payment of 4.2 million each to 9,000 veterans at a total cost of more than 37 billion. Defense Minister Thandi Modisa, Deputy Thabang Makwetla, and Minister in Presidency Mondli Ngubele were allegedly prevented from leaving meeting with their representatives on Thursday evening. Police intervened after the veterans allegedly barricaded the doors with chairs and refused to allow the three officials to leave. Police had initially arrested 56 people. 3 were released after they were identified as staff members. The group of 52 accused saying we shall not be moved ahead of their court appearance. Okay, I think that's all we have. At least we know they're out on bail now. So I don't know what it's going to be the further. And then we've done the military veterans, we've done Rosemary Ndlovu, and what other news? Let's see what they say. Defend Autonomous Camp condemns hostage drama in, let's see what they say. Okay, let's just continue just going back to this military veteran story. So this one, it's from also Sowetan. Defend Our Democracy campaign condemns hostage drama in Irene. This is by Ernest Mabuza, and it was written on the 17th of October, 1444. There should be no place for lawlessness in South Africa, be it by alleged military veteran or stage takers, warring taxi drivers, and Somali shopkeepers, those behind political killings of looters and insurrectionists. The Defend Our Democracy campaign made this remark on Sunday as it condemned the alleged hostage drama, which saw 2 ministers and a deputy minister. It was not a hostage drama. Okay, pass. Hostage situation. Veterans issued denial and call for release of arrest. The coalition said the question was whether this incident was simple about military veterans payouts or if it was done to cast doubt on the ability to the state to deal with the situation, as well as undermine the authority of the defense minister. I think I don't like. Okay, what hostage situation? Veterans issued denial and call for release of arrested 56. This was on the 16th of October 2021, and this was written by Belinda Petro. So after the whole apparently hostage drama, I don't know how ministers can hold hostages when they've got VIP protection. This just is fuffish. Okay. The disbanded Umkhonto weSizwe Military Veterans Association, MKMVA, has demanded the immediate release of 56 people arrested for allegedly holding 2 ministers and a deputy minister hostage. Defense Minister Thandi Modisa and Deputy Thabang Makwetla and Minister in Presidency Mondli Ngubele were kept hostage for 2 hours and 50 minutes in Pretoria on Tuesday and Thursday evening. They were meeting Liberation War veterans at the St. George's Hotel to hear complaints ranging from lack of decent housing to the government's failure to provide for their children. Though the MKMVA was not part of the meeting as an organization, it said on Saturday that some of its members were part stage. Okay, they were meeting the version. They were meeting the version for their children. The meeting was not part of the meeting. Part of the meeting. In a statement issued through its spokesperson, Carl Niehuys, the MKMVA lambasted the government for what is described as a total overreaction when the police special task force used excessive force to resolve a non-existent hostage and non-violent situation. The organization said the veterans were unhappy and frustrated when Deputy President David Mabuza failed to attend the meeting and sent other members of the National Executive instead. It was reasonable of them to have refused to engage with these substitutes because Deputy President Mabuza is the direct designated person with the duty to address the concerns of military veterans, said Niehuys. It is not correct and unnecessarily alarmist to allege that a hostage situation unfolded at the St. George's Hotel and Conference Center. At no stage was there any violence or threat to the lives of the two ministers and one deputy minister. On Thursday, National Police spokesperson Brigadier Fresh Naidu said police penetrated the room where the hostage were being held and no shots were fired. He confirmed that 56 people were arrested and they are likely to face charges of at least 3 counts of kidnapping. The MKMVA said it is deeply concerned that 56 military veterans were arrested, adding that they were most elderly and included 3 women. It is even more disconcerting. It is even more disconcerting that stun grenades were used in the raid on the meeting venue and that some of those who have been arrested sustained injuries. The MKMVA said the government seemed to be ignoring the frustrations of military veterans, which centered on the dysfunctional government department that was supposed to have their welfare at heart. One of the serious consequences of the administrative failures of the Department of Military Veterans is that the school fees of children and dependencies of military veterans have not been paid, said Niehuys. Among the other demands of military veterans, this critical issue must be fast-tracked and outstanding school fees must be paid. The well-being and education of our children must never be endangered by mismanagement. There was no hostage situation here. I've been to meetings. I know sometimes when meetings don't go your way. I know sometimes when I've been there. I know when you're frustrated in meetings and you just want answers. So this one is just these ministers do not want to give the poor veterans some answers and wherever they want answers. But anyway, we were not there. We don't know what happened and we don't know who's right or who's wrong. Hopefully they will sort out the poor old people. The same way they feel like Baba is old to go to jail. These military veterans are also old to be going to jail. So next story, let's see what we got. Let's move away from Sowetan. I think we've done enough Sowetan news. Gqeberhe concern about high caliber weapons seen in Gqeberhe violence. We might as well do this as well. It seems like we can't be going out of this. So we've done Rosemary, we've done the MKMVA hostage situation. What else we gonna do? Okay, now we're doing the Gqeberhe. It seems like, okay, today we're gonna do all our news on the SowetonLive. We'll just give it some disclaimer somewhere on the channel because it seems like we forgot everything we know it at the moment here. It says Police Minister General Bheki Cele has expressed concern about people seen carrying high caliber weapons during the violence that took place in Gqeberha on Wednesday. I like to say Gqeberha. He said the Eastern Cape police would continue to use all available resources at their disposal to track down and bring to book the arsonists responsible for the wanton destruction of property. This after violence broke out in the coastern, stemming from a motor vehicle incident between a taxi and a sedan believed to belong to a local businessman. Investigations show the incident led to the torching of several vehicles and property. We have gun laws in this country and we abide by them. The law is clear that you cannot carry and brandish a firearm in public. We are not at war. If you do so, you are breaking the law. I'm encouraged I'm encouraged that police continue to seek the license of these weapons and subject them to ballistic testing to see if they have been used in the commission of any crime. Commission of any crime, Cele said. He and Deputy Minister of Police Castle Matele, Deputy National Commissioner responsible for policing, Lieutenant General Fani Masimola, and senior management of the SA Police Service visited the area on Thursday. Banalendo figure every time after the whole thing has happened. On Wednesday, allegedly retaliation between the local businessmen and taxi drivers ensued and resulted in the damage of 12 vehicles, including 8 taxis which were set alight while parked inside the taxi rank. Vendor stalls set up in the local taxi rank were also not spared, while 3 shops were set alight. Top brass met with the leaders of the concerned groupings involved in the violence and destruction. According to a police report, while they differed on the exact details of how the events unfold, all parties agreed to foster a dialogue to ensure that the tensions between the taxi industry and the local business people, who are mostly Somali nationals, don't escalate further. Cele has praised the efforts by both groupings to find a peaceful solution, but has warned that arson is a very serious offense that will not go unpunished. While you negotiate with each other, the police won't negotiate crime. They have a constitutional mandate to uphold which is to safeguard citizens and their property. This is why police are exploring all venues to find and bring to account those who burned down a taxi, a vending stall, or a shop. The ministry welcomed the steps taken by the SAPS to deploy more officers to the area to ensure stability, as well as the deployment of more officers as force multipliers to the Walmer area in the province, which has been seen as a spate of murders believed to be related to gang violence. Okay, I think that's the story. This one just doesn't make sense. It was just people which are frustrated with each other and then they decide payback. So we want to see, do you really want to know how Baba's prayer meeting went? Valley Health military vets get bail. Notorious hitman charged in Sendamini case convicted of several. Concord Ruling Corporation and Philomena Soccer question. Okay. Okay, the next story we can take here. Let's do Notorious Hitman. So if everybody still remembers Senzo Myenu was Orlando Pirates goalkeeper, which was murdered in his girlfriend's house. The girlfriend by that time was Kelly Kumalo, a famous singer in South Africa. So the story, I think it happened a few years back, but they haven't really arrested the actual person. So, but they did have people they did arrest people, but then the people were still not convicted of the crime. They were still going to court and so on. And then now we found out that notorious hitman charged in Senzo Meyiwa case convicted of several murders. How is that possible? 19 October 2021, 14:07. This is Orin Sai. Says a notorious 32-year-old KwaZulu-Natal hitman who has been implicated in the murder of former Bafana Bafana captain, or Bafana Bafana captain as well, Senzo Meyiwa, has been convicted on 6 counts of murder. Fiso Kuhle Ntuli appeared in the eSekaleni Regional Court in the northern KwaZulu-Natal on Tuesday for sentencing after he was convicted on 6 counts of murder, 1 attempted murder charge, and 4 counts of being in possession of unlawful firearms and ammunition a day earlier. Ntuli, who was arrested by the task team investigating political killings in the province, has been found guilty of the 2016 murder of ANC councillor Tami Nyembe, who was gunned down in Nongoma. Nyembe's wife sustained serious injuries during the shooting but survived the encounter. According to the charge sheet, Ntuli's reign of terror in Nongoma began in April 2015 when he murdered Butiza Mahlobo. The following year, he gunned down Nyembe with his wife, Nolwazi Mngomezulu, surviving the attack despite being shot and critically injured. In 2017, Ntuli hunted down 3 brothers who were willing to testify as witnesses in the murder of Nyembe. Brothers Sibusiso Piwa Yinkosi, Mcebisi, and Sibusiso Elvis Zulu were killed by Ntuli in January 2017. His last hit before his arrest was Spamandla Zungu, who Ntuli murdered in August 2018. According to National Police spokesperson Brigadier Vishnu Naidu, Ntuli is among the accused in the Meyiwa murder case. He is charged separately in the matter of Senzo Meyiwa. He is accused in 5 matters. Ntuli's case was adjourned on Tuesday to December 9 for sentencing after his attorney Sicelo Zungu applied for a pre-sentence report to be presented in court. The pre-sentence report will require a parole officer and social worker visiting the family of Ntuli to gather information regarding his exceptional circumstances. So that's the story so far with Senzo Meyiwa. Oh, there was so much happening today. And then there were Ace Magashule asks NPA for a list of witnesses implicated. So we know that Ace Magashule is also involved in his own shenanigans when in that Free State. So here in front of us we've got, what does it say? It says Ace Magashule asks his NPA for a list of witnesses implicating him in corruption case. 19 October 2021 by Nomahlobi Sojinga. Yeah. Suspended ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule's legal counsel has asked the state to provide a list of witnesses implicating his client in his corruption case. Magashule and his co-accused appeared in the Bloemfontein High Court on Tuesday. The case was postponed to November 3rd for pre-trial and for them to respond to charges preferred against them. Magashule, where are we now? Magashule faces 13 charges including fraud, corruption, and money laundering relating to a multi-million rand tender awarded by the Free State government during his tenure as premier. His legal counsel, Lawrence Holtz, SC, told the court his client had not received a list of witnesses the state intended to call. In relation to accused 13 Magashule, we find a Section 85 notification contending there is a fundamental error to the charge and we oppose the charge, Holtz said. We've additionally asked which people implicate him. The state isn't prepared to commit themselves to which people. We believe there is an irregularity in the charge and we would like to pursue an objection to the charge in that regard, he said. Prosecutor Advocate Johan de Nijssen said he would peruse Magashule's notice and argue the matter at some stage. They will have to read the whole docket, he said. So that's what's happening. Oh, there's also another story I saw. Okay, I hope they do have the story because now I just want to do all the stories here in Sowetan. Okay, we've got a new Miss South Africa, which was crowned this weekend. I'm not sure what police in due to court for dragging wife behind car with her fingers trapped in window. So yes, that's the one thing. We've got a new minister. We've got a new Miss South Africa. So all the political parties are out there campaigning for the local elections, making promises which we know they won't keep. But anyway, they will be kissing babies, kissing old people, dancing, singing, all in the name of getting our votes. And we're going to be so fooled as well, and we're going to give them our votes thinking that they mean it. And then they're going to take the votes and then disappear. It's a vicious circle. Maybe it's the nature of the beast. So, which stories did really make news to beside that's okay? Oh, let's look. Hopefully, do they have entertainment? Let's look for Bonang. I know everybody have been talking about how Queen Bee is having. I used to suck my thumb, says new Miss SA. Yes, we said the new Miss SA. Yes, Nacho Muka's magic hands behind the three Miss SA winners looks. Okay, so in the entertainment news, it's all about it's about Miss South Africa, the new Miss South Africa, shed light on Zuma's parole condition. You don't want to hear about Zuma's parole. Zuma is having nice time. Good class. Okay, entertainment, let's see. And we're still on SowetonLive on entertainment. We've got Mzi's version of Kuti Classic featuring global compilation. The musician Said Kuti, who was born in 1938 in Nigeria and died in 1997, has been his idol since he was young. So this was written on the 15th of October 2021 at 13:59 by Patience Bambalele. That's the journalist. So it's a version of Fela Kuti's hit song Teacher Don't Teach Me Nonsense, released by SA DJ and music producer Mzi, will form part of an international compilation album honoring the music legend. The compilation put together by Benjamin Banjaflo Toilets will be released on Friday to coincide with Kuti's birthday. So, okay, unfortunately, so this article is free to read if you register or sign in. If you have already registered or subscribed, please sign in to continue. Okay. I don't think that one, we can't do the entertainment. I thought I was going to read everything on the SowetonLive, but I don't feel like registering now or signing in. I will do that one. So we've done news, we've done entertainment, and we've done, let's check what do they have on sport. So on sport, Pirates not welcoming fans back to CAF Confederation Cup this weekend. On sport, we know that sports lovers, soccer lovers are back in stadiums again now. All those which have been taking their jabs, they are allowed to go to stadiums now. I think was it this week or when there was they went to watch their first match. All those, and there was also a story about a soccer player which has been killed by the community, but I don't know where we'll get that story because hey, that one is just sad because most of these soccer players, they don't really you have a grasp of their financial problems or financial, because once the fame is over, so are the finances as well. So here there's just a bunch of stories which you've got your cricket, you've got your rugby, you've got your soccer. So yeah, that's what's been happening. And I think for today we are done. I'm not gonna force it and push it. We already are into 40 minutes. So it seems like this was my first time reading the news from SowetonLive. There is quite good news, but then the thing is there's some stories which apparently you need to register, and then I haven't registered, so I'll see. The entertainment, it was quite a good story because I wanted to hear more about Kuti. Kuti's got very good music, and I love anything and everything which has to do with African history, documenting our African knowledge, African history, our music, everything which is Africa. The only thing which is a problem with us Africans is we don't keep any databases for our arts, for our creativity. To us, creativity is just, we don't hold it like it's something because everybody is creative. So when it comes to claiming what's us as Africans, yeah, we are trying, but then I couldn't read the whole story of Kuti's music and so on because I'm not registered, and we're not gonna do that now. We don't do that here. So we've been reading news from SowetonLive. We've done the news. We're not doing Corona. We know Corona. We're on level 1. The sport, it's got everything. It's got pirates. It's got your different coach, your rallies and so on. But when it comes to sport, there's not really something which was outstanding besides the fact that most people are back in most fans now can go to stadium. Yeah, and then on Good Love, Sebenza Life. Okay, Good Love, it's supposed to be sex and relation. Okay, might as well just do this here. We've got the news, and then we've got the coronavirus, we've got sport. And sport, you've got your soccer, boxing, cricket, rugby. And on entertainment, we've got the picture of the day and also the stories. And then on Good Life, you've got your sex and relationships, health, food, and motoring. Sebenza Life. I don't know what's that. Let's see what's Sebenza Life. So we are reading news, but now we're ending up reviewing SowetonLive online. So, no, Sebenza uniform supply bid to rethink business. So this is like a graduate finds this niche in charcoal making. Okay, this is like a business. It's not business, it's entrepreneurship kind of papers. Entrepreneurship information. There's stories about how trauma informed yoga is helping people heal after assault. from selling chicken dust outside. So these are also like your motivational speaker, your motivational stories and so on. So this is quite a good online newspaper. So maybe by next week I will register, and then we've got opinion where it's your columnist and letters, and then you've got your S Meg. I'm not sure what's S Meg. Let's see. So I will register again so that I can get more from this page, because it's got quite information, the trends behind thrifting. So as Meg, I'm sure it's about lifestyle and so on, but and so on. Natasha Magic hands behind dreams, they say. So yeah, I think this one is all about lifestyle. And then you've got your business. Oh, okay, well, then I'll try to show family how this page looks like, future fit. And then business, security firm, self-participate. Okay, and this is your typical Transnet class force measure at Richards Bay Terminal. This is your typical business news, black business formation, hail key to appointments of Mkwanazi Skalala. Webinar, what the hydrogen economy holds for SA. Avoba system business with 10 million relief fund. Okay. The challenge for solving SA's unemployed crisis. South Africa Western it needs to financial support shift. SSA Kenya Ways have long-term plan for Pan-African airline. Petroleum industry warns refinery fleet could become absolute. Oh, we know that petrol is going up, remember? So we've heard that one. So I kind of like this news, this SowetonLive online newspaper, because it's very, very informative. And then, I'm sorry people, the flies around here. It's the season. So this is the news, and then you've got on the last part of it, you've got your what you call it, you've got your videos, and this is also that video of policeman caught on camera allegedly. So let's just register, let me just register, and so might get the news. Register is quick and free. You can turn, comment an article, choose, enter. Okay, so next time we'll read that Next time we'll read that story of what we couldn't read on the entertainment side, because I don't know, sometimes my things are like, so we're trying to Gmail, I don't know, gmail.com. I've got 2 email addresses, people. I'm not a robot. I still say I'm not a robot. How do I know I'm not a robot? If I'm an alien. So we are registering here. Proceed, you need to know your name. Oh gosh, so much. So we are registering on the SowetonLive now. We've put in our email. Now it says proceed, we need to know your name. So my name is, we write our name. So hopefully we'll be able, so Lisa, last name, show you. Contact number 06707 where we now. So please choose a password for your account. You'll need this password whenever you sign in from a different device. Okay. Let's try to choose the most easiest. Okay, my password needs at least a closer. So we are registering to be part of this SowetonLive information news delivered to your inbox. Choose the email newsletter you'd like to receive. Okay, so SowetonLive from Monday to Friday, a quick morning or afternoon roundup of the biggest news, sport, entertainment, lifestyle of opinions, or choose the Wednesday sports around Monday. So, okay, here it says that now that I've registered on the SowetonLive online, now it says one fresh news delivered to your inbox. Choose the email newsletter that you'd like to receive. So, morning newsletter, afternoon newsletter, breaking news, weekly sports, weekly SMAC, hit highlights. So, I think I can choose. Okay, we'll take the morning and the afternoon and the breaking news. Weekly sport, we don't really much into sport, and then we'll take the lifestyle as well. So, I don't know if Masachi told you to take everything. I'm not sure, because now I'm left with weekly sport. I might as well just take all of them. At least we'll have a source. We'll have a source for our news now, so I won't be all over the place. Next, please accept the terms and conditions. So I accept I accept the SowetonLive terms and conditions. We accept. Next. So we are registered. Do we go back and read that entertainment news now, which we didn't read? Thank you for registering. You can now also read articles that are reserved for our registered readers. I'll receive our email newsletter. Take me to SowetonLive. So now let's go read that entertainment news. I think we still got a few minutes before we are doing a whole hour. So let's go back to the story. Entertainment news on SowetonLive. Hopefully we're still gonna get the story. Okay, here we go. We do have the story now. So we'll be able to read the whole story now that we are registered. So this one says entertainment. Mzi's version of Kuti classic features in global compilation. The musician said Kuti, who was born in 1938 in Nigeria and died in 1997, has been his idol since he was young. This was written on the 15th of October 2021, 1359, and it was written by Patience Balele, and we are doing all the news now from SowetonLive, so we might as well. Okay. A version of Fela Kuti's hit song Teacher Don't Teach Me Nonsense, released by SADJ and music producer Mzi, will form part of an international compilation album honoring the music legend. The compilation, put together by Benjamin Benjaflotolet, will be released on Friday to coincide with Kuti's birthday. Mzi's version of the song features Femi Koya and is part of his album Rise that was released in June. The DJ, whose real name is Mzilikazi wa Africa, told Sowetan he was honored to have his song picked by Tolet. I recorded the song that I grew up listening to because I also wanted to pay tribute to the man who paved a way for many of us. Initially, I wanted to do the song with his son Femi Kuti, but he was busy. Then I did the song with Femi Koya. I feel honored that the song was chosen to be part of the compilation tribute to Kuti because I grew up listening to his music and looking up to him. The song is going to be released internationally by a New York-based recording company, and that is an achievement for me. Femi Koya is SA-based Nigerian musician who plays Afrobeats in the style made famous by Kuti. involving a huge horn section. He also the coordinator of the SA chapter of Celebration, the annual festival Valve celebrating the life and times in music of Olufela Olusegun and Oludun Ransom Kuti, or Simple Fela Kuti. Mzee Kuti, who was born in 1938 in Nigeria and died in 1997, has been his idol since he was young. He defined him as a pioneer of Afrobeat and true Pan-Africanist. Fela was a Pan-Africanist and revolutionist. He set the stage for a lot of us and sang about real issues that speak to your conscience. His music highlighted a lot of injustice. I chose the song because it has a deep message embedded in it. So yeah, family, that was the news now. So we also got the entertainment side, and yeah. So today we've got all our news in SowetonLive. We even went as far as registering to get more news. So for me, all in all, I really think this is easy to work with, and I enjoy doing my news from this channel. So now we know where we're gonna get news, so they will be updating us with breaking news and so on. If they really have breaking news, will keep on popping up in the channel to give you guys breaking news. So we'll have where now we're gonna get some source. So family, I don't think I'm gonna drag this for too long now, because we did more than we thought we would today. We even signed up, we registered, we did everything. So for today, it's time to say goodbye, and hope you all will have a wonderful Tuesday. And I really enjoyed reading the news today. And then hopefully we'll see each other again next week. And yeah, family, please don't forget to subscribe, recommend your friends, share the page, and yeah, share some love on the page. And thank you for all the love and support, family. So for today, I think we've done enough work. We've done most of the work which you didn't do for the past few times, which we've been missing in action. We've done your local news, obviously. We've done entertainment, what's going on, and all thanks to what I found in front of me, which was very easy to work with. So family, till next week, bye.